Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Thank you so much for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Angelo Bavaro.
And I'm Bridget Bureau. West Haven police are speaking out tonight about the death of one woman, Tina Lloyd.
Lloyd's dismembered body was found in more than a dozen trash bags in her home back in March. Fox 61 Stephen Reels has the latest on that investigation.
I had the chance to catch up with a few neighbors out here in West Haven, and they remember Tina Lloyd as a nice neighbor. She would constantly walk up and down this street in order to get to the bus stop, which is what made the news of her death and how she died so disheartening and disgusting.
We've missed her. We haven't seen her. We didn't know where she was. Well, we found out where she was.
A chilling realization for Denny Steves when he learned his missing neighbor, Tina Lloyd, was actually in her home on Nashween Avenue, dismembered and in trash bags.
What went through your head when you first heard about this?
Upset, kind of disgusted that something like this would happen. And I felt terrible because we didn't see her for 2 or 3 months.
In a news conference, West Haven Police Chief Joseph Perno said officers arrived at Lloyd's home back on March 24th after one of Lloyd's sons asked them to do a welfare check on his 70-year-old mother. What they found was Lloyd's decomposing body, along with traces of arson determined to come from Lloyd's other son, Theodore.
And he is charged by warrant for attempted arson. He was taken into custody in Hartford. The victim's body was in such a state of decomposition that positive identification took some time.
West Haven police say Theodore Lloyd was seen leaving a Walmart with several cutting utensils, including an electric chainsaw. Now, the 27-year-old is detained in a Connecticut correctional facility.
People are very inquisitive, want to know kind of what was going on, but the people are upset.
What do you feel like the takeaway needs to be from this?
I would love to see him go in there forever, but, you know, I think a good 20 years, 25 years, if they can convict him.
At the moment, it's believed that Theodore Lloyd acted alone. However, West Haven police say that this story doesn't end here. There's still a lot more forensic evidence they still need to review and expect more charges to come out. As a result, we'll keep you updated on air and online as new information develops. In West Haven, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
Okay, let's get you a check on the forecast heading into Easter weekend. Man, things are looking very nice, like summertime nice.
I mean, keep it going. Deshaun Robinson is here. Deshaun, we have Easter weekend upon us. Is it going to be a good time to get outside?
Yeah, this weekend will be the best weekend to get outside. Temperatures will hit the 80s on Saturday, so definitely grab your sunglasses, and it's safe to take out those shorts tomorrow. So we're talking 80s for some inland areas. Easter Day is looking like a nice day. However, the brush fire risk will return on Easter Day. Next week is looking pretty warm with temperatures in the 70s. So it is a mild night out there. Tonight, our temperatures will struggle to fall below 50 degrees tonight. Mostly cloudy, winds coming from the southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Very warm tomorrow across Connecticut. Shoreline areas, 70s. Inland areas, we're talking the possibility of hitting the low to mid 80s. A mix of sun and clouds. There is a slight chance for a late day shower or thunderstorm. It is a bit cloudy out there. We will see these cloudy conditions persist into the remainder of the night. Right now, our temperatures are holding on to the 50s if you're heading out, so it's going to feel great as you head out there. 57 right now in Hartford, 54 in New Haven, 55 in Chester. A bit cooler in Groton with a temperature reading near 52 degrees. Coming up, I'll take a closer look at your Easter Day forecast. Back to you guys.
Okay, Deshaun, we'll talk soon. Thank you. We still are waiting on an update from Groton Police and State Police tonight on their investigation into a Groton apartment.
Yeah, we were there last night and early this morning as there was a heavy police presence on Allen Street. Police were seen dressed in hazmat suits.
A lot of questions. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson has reaction now from neighbors as they continue to wonder what's going on.
Police continue to remain silent about their investigation on Allen Street in Groton. While nothing is confirmed yet, what is certain is that neighbors are on edge. On Thursday in the afternoon, Groton police informed us that State Police Major Crimes and Detectives Division were conducting an investigation on Allen Street. A day later, neighbors like Catherine Pereira are still trying to figure out what's going on. Pereira got home on Thursday night from work and immediately noticed the scene. She says police didn't talk to her about what was going on, which increased her concerns. Pereira has lived on Allen Street for 4 years. She says she's been on edge since a month ago when human remains were found near Colonel Ledyard Cemetery, not far from where she lives. Pereira's next door neighbor, 13-year-old Rhythm Vashist, feels the same way. We reached out to Groton police to see if any new information is available. Lieutenant Travis Winkleman responded saying, quote, "We have no new information to pass on at this time. This investigation is still ongoing and actively being worked on. We do not believe that there is any threat to the public at this time. Once we have something confirmed, I will put it out."
You add in the fact of, them finding a body like right down the street from here. Could it be the woman that lived in that apartment? Maybe, I don't know. And instantly your mind jumps to that. It makes you think, like, you feel safe, you feel so safe in your own home, and then maybe you're not so safe as you thought you were.
I'm really scared. Like, I take a lot of walks, and then it kind of got me scared, but I try to keep myself calm and know that they wouldn't target me. I'm just a 13-year-old girl. I don't do anything crazy.
Police did confirm that they did not find a body inside the apartment. However, they did not confirm whether or not this investigation is connected to the body that they found in a cemetery close by just a month ago. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available. For now, in Groton, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
It was a wild...
Officer Anzalone responded that he was right around the corner. He was there within 30 seconds. By then, the perpetrators who broke in had already fled. However, he found in the middle of the parking lot a stolen car that was still running. The burglars had taken this vehicle. They tried several attempts to pull straight in, changed their mind, then they just backed it right in, knocked out the front of the building.
It was a wild scene in Wolcott when police say a car intentionally crashed into a gun shop to steal weapons.
Wow, it happened this morning at the Sportsman's Post on Wolcott Road, and Fox 61's Alicia Hercules is in Wolcott. She has more on where the investigation stands tonight.
Wolcott police say the thieves were able to steal 9 handguns after crashing into the building. In this security camera video, you can see a small blue car back into the building and shatter the glass window and door. 3 suspects can be seen running into the store at around 5:30 Friday morning. You can see the driver tries to line the car up with the building several times before slamming into it. After that happens, you see the driver and 2 more people go into the store. Police say it took less than 30 seconds for an officer to respond to the store's burglary alarm, but the burglars had already left. The officer did find the small blue car still running outside the damaged storefront. Wolcott Police Chief Edward Stevens says the gun stolen in this burglary is alarming on so many levels.
9 weapons out on the street. These are going to be used, to commit crimes. Would say they're not gun collectors doing this. So these are people going out there with, the intent of hurting someone or using them in robberies or burglaries, whatever. So that's our big concern.
Chief Stevens says they will be alerting the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, as well as other agencies across the state, to let them know what guns are missing and hopefully find them. Anyone with information on the burglary is asked to contact the Wolcott Police Department. In Wolcott, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
All right, Alicia, thank you. 3 people were arrested in connection to a shoplifting incident at a CVS in Vernon. The incident happened on Wednesday at CVS on Talcottville Road. Employees there told police that they saw 3 women stealing around $1,000 worth of merchandise. Officers found the 3 women behind the store in a car. They were arrested on the scene. 28-year-old Camelia Johnson and 34-year-old Raven Washington of Brooklyn, New York were arrested, along with 28-year-old Kayla Phillips of Linden, New Jersey. Police searched their vehicle and found nearly $10,000 in additional stolen merchandise. 10 people are without a home tonight after a fire at an apartment building in New Haven.
Fox 61's Kayla Cage spoke with one of the people who live there.
The New Haven fire chief says it happened at this apartment building on Quinnipiac Avenue around 11 last night. I spoke with the man who lives on the basement level of this building who says he had to find somewhere else to stay.
How are you feeling in this moment right now? awful because I had no place to go. I had to look in for a place now.
A man who did not want to go on camera says he's lived in this apartment building for 4.5 years. He's used to seeing the building look like this, but now the top floor looks a bit different.
The apartment and the third floor is gone. No walls, no nothing, no ceiling, nothing.
New Haven's fire chief says crews responded to the fire around 11 Thursday night.
It was very sad. It was very sad because the flames were up, the apartment was on fire, everybody had to get out of the apartments. One of the ladies had to jump out the window.
Steven Rodriguez, who lives in the building across from the man, saw the fire.
There was a lot of firefighters out here. The windows were all flamed up. They were knocking everything out. They were also hitting the windows with the axe and throwing the water.
And heard his neighbors panicking.
The fire was so high that the people were like screaming, "There's a fire, there's a fire, there's a fire."
The man says he was sleeping, not knowing there was a fire spreading, when his phone started to ring.
My neighbor called me and I had to get out, so I get out. The fire department came and that's it. They extinguished the fire and they tell us that we had to move out of there.
He rushed to leave, but made sure he didn't leave his 5 furry friends behind.
They first got to come out, my dogs.
He came back Friday morning to collect some of his things and says he's staying with his son. The other people who lived here were relocated by Red Cross to a hotel. The maintenance department manager for the company that owns the apartment complex says they are making sure everyone is taken care of and has a place to stay. Then they will focus on rebuilding.
Firefighters say no one was hurt and they are looking into what started this fire. In New Haven, Kayla Cade, Fox 61.
A structure fire on Spring Road in North Haven led to the discovery of a brush fire this afternoon. Dry conditions along with strong winds and hilly terrain created some concerns for homes on Renee Lane. Crews were able to contain that fire and prevent damage to any homes. The investigation determined the cause of that fire was accidental and started from sparks from a fire pit. About 2.5 acres of woodlands were burned in that.